these matchups get and how many factors there are to determining who wins and who loses any game in the NFL. At the top of the list, the most important metric that everybody studies: can you protect the ball on offense, and can you take it away on defense? And I don't think today's matchup is any different. Can you be aggressive and take care of the ball? And on defense, if you get your opportunity to take it away and give it back to your offense, you've got to make the play.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Off the play fake, here's Brady. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. Picked off by the rookie from Notre Dame. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Hey, check that. Go.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Vic. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down. On 3rd down, it's Vic. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. It's one of the best ever, Patrick Peterson.
Fuck.
And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game. Here's Brady. Got his man at the 6. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Brady set to throw. This one caught just past the pylon. Touchdown, New England. And now they want to show they mean business here. Offense going to remain out there and try for 2. That is caught in the end zone. 2 points for the moment. We do have a flag down. Let's see if this will hold up. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken around the 11. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Now Vic gonna run it himself. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. Throwing now, Vic. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. Here's Vic. He'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the 1st quarter. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 8-0 is our score. Greg and I back here in Glendale. After this, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Come on, come on.
Vic gonna look to throw. And they're gonna track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. They'll run on 2nd down. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. 3rd and long. To the air. It's Vic. A throw left side. Going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
To the end zone, it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start from their own 7.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
A quick throw here, going to be taken by London. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Vic. Quick throw, taken in. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. On play action, it's Vic. And he can't hang on. It is incomplete. A big chance for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in. To throw is Vic. No one open. He'll drop to his running back. And they'll be set up now. The 40 with that one. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Now the holder of the state rushing record as a prep here in Arizona, it's Bijan Robinson. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you can have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. On play action, here's Brady. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That one, downfield for Cooks. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. He's going to try it here again. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I think we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Going to return this from the 10. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again. Here's a 3rd and 10. To throw, here's Vic. That's complete. He's got it to London. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
Got it. Ready? Here we go. Got it.
They send Ridley in motion. Now a handoff running right. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
Now, Vic. He'll tuck it and take off.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner.
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Glad to have you all with us for another dose of NFL action. Kate Scott and Brock Heward here in the booth for you. And Brock, if the build-up to kickoff has been any indication this week, man, we're in store for a good one.
Yeah, we never have an NFL game without the two sides doing a little jawing in the days leading up to it. It's the game before the game. Any edge that you could create. But now, well, now it's the time to kick it off, where you actually take care of business on the field, and you know that both sides are ready to go.
And this drive will start inside the 25. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Going play action here, Brissett. He's taking a shot on his first play. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. And the Falcons get the football back at the 14-yard line. Well, Brock, if the goal was to set the tone that you're going to be aggressive all game, I would say mission accomplished. But might be tough to connect on a lot of those against a defense that came ready to play.
Yeah, they were not caught off guard for a second, Kate. They know this offense likes to be aggressive, and dare I say, they may have been expecting that deep shot on the opening snap.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running this one left. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Working quickly here. Back to the well again. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's it for the first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Short side option here. He's running left. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
The difference right there.
Fuck, I forgot to get my playbook. Fuck.
Really quick decision making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They're going play action. Throw left side, complete. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Stopped on the play by the rookie from Tennessee.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Has the connection to Ridley. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly. 3rd and long for him here. He finds Johnson. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. And the defense brings him down before he can get close. They force the turnover on downs.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. So through one, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll be right back with more Madden Ultimate Team after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They start with 2nd and 6. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
3rd down, it's Brissett. Chased out to his right. On the run, and there's your man there. It's intercepted. And the Falcons take possession just shy of midfield following the interception and the lengthy return. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
They give it to him again. Open space inside the 40. And he's all the way down.
I'm him.
It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Going to the ground again on 1st. Broke through the tackle. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Brought down by Jalen Carter. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Falcons with the football. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 28. Cut near the goal line. And he takes it down. No touchdown. He's out of bounds. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get some late points and the lead.
Got you, bruh.
London with the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Prater adds the PAT. And they add one on to their 1st touchdown of the contest. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kim, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Well, I think the defense coaches and coverage, breathing a sigh of relief. There was space right there. If that throw came 1 second earlier, that was going to be 6.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Second down. Here's Brissett again. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Falcons get it back.
(2-0)
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And a big hit there on the opening kickoff, and that might set the tone for what could be a physical game. Now a first carry for their fullback. And not much room there, so he'll get it up only to about the 21. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
White.
Winston. This one swung out here to Jones. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll leave them with a third and just a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But in this stage, at that part of the field, that, like you said, it worked. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Now Winston, he's going to audible to something else. Now a first down carry by Jones. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
This 2nd and 4.
Ready. Wait.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Wait.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
Flip it.
Jameis to throw it. That one taken in by Neighbors. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And that's complete to Gates. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Here's Vick. Dancing to his left. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Now here's Vick. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. That was Brian Dawkins getting in that time. The safety with the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd and 19.
Here we go.
Now they'll change things up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, here's Pat McAfee to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Ready. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Easy, easy, easy. Come on. Sunday. Where do we go?
Winston. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Even.
To throw is Winston.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Pass all 80. Go.
Here's Michael Vick. Well, he cannot get away. Down goes Vick. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Vick running the option left. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on now is the punter, Pat McAfee, to kick this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He's going to take another shot here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Running free at the 45, and he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30.